What's going on, guys? Owens Forum coming at you guys today again, and today I'm going to be continuing my series. I'm going to be grading the Lions roster by depth and position. Today I'm going to be doing the cornerbacks. Cornerbacks consist of Jeff Okudah, Monty Oruwariye, Quentin Dunbar, Ifeatu Malafanu, the rookie, Mike Ford, Jerry Jacobs, another undrafted free agent rookie, AJ Parker, another undrafted free agent rookie, Corn Elder, and Elijah Holder. I'm including Elijah Holder in here again too. I put him in our safety group. He also plays a little bit of corner as well, but he played mostly safety, I think, when he was with Denver. But he's a versatile guy. So I'm going to start it off with Elijah Holder, obviously 6'2", 190, former Stanford Cardinal, Pac-12, 25 years old. I talked about him with their safeties, like I said before. He can also play some corner, so he's versatile. His college, 131 tackles, 6.5 tackles for loss, 2 picks, 1 touchdown, 24 pass deflects, 5 forced fumbles in 4 years at Stanford. Only 7 tackles as an NFL player in Denver, undrafted free agent in 2019, picked up by the Broncos. Going to be a guy that's going to need to ball out in practice, camp, preseason. Camp body right now, in my opinion, got a little bit of experience in the NFL already, so he's got that leg up there, but he's gonna need to play really well. And then the next guy, Jerry Jacobs, another undrafted free agent guy, 5'11", 203 pounds, Arkansas Razorback, 70 tackles, 5 tackles for loss, 4 picks, 10 pass deflects, forced fumble, 3 years. Played at Arkansas State, transferred over to Arkansas, went into the transfer portal. He was a starter there, strong built, a little shorter, good ball skills, better as a zone player, I would say. I think he even had a pick. I think he might have had a pick during these OTAs, though. It was either him or AJ Parker, I forget, but comes in, he suffered through some injuries in college, needs to be more aggressive, I would think, and needs to show out in training camp as well, and preseason. Could be a special teams guy, played really well there, special teams, so let's see what he can do. Now the next guy, AJ Parker, another undrafted free agent, 5'11", 180 plus pounds, Kansas State Wildcat, 145 tackles, 8.5 tackles for loss, 6 picks, 1 touchdown, took it back, 17 pass deflects, and 4 years at Kansas State. Good ball skills too, 23 years old, can play man up and zones, a little bit of versatility there. Physical for a smaller guy, can run, likes to hit but doesn't always wrap up, needs to wrap up more. Good runner, but will let guys get behind him, and when he lets guys get behind him, he gets himself in a little bit of trouble, needs to clean up a lot of his game. Needs to show out in camp, preseason, special teamer, maybe at best. We'll see what happens here with these guys. I kind of like AJ Parker as well, but like I said, with these guys coming in and not having a very strong unit to begin with, these guys have every opportunity in the world to show that they can play. So it's going to take some hard work and dedication for these guys. But if anybody can do it, hopefully these guys can. Right? There's not a lot of things holding them back. Let's put it that way. There's not a lot of great talent in front of them. Let's put it that way too. You know what I mean? So they have an opportunity. Now when I'm going to talk about the next 6 guys, okay? The next 6 guys I'm going to talk about are probably going to be our main guys. You know, might be a little bit of a rotation in and out, but this is the 6 guys. Mike Ford, I got him at number 6, 6 foot, 200 pounds. Southeast Missouri State, 25 years old. Another undrafted guy in 2018, picked up by Bob Quinn and those guys. Played in Ohio Valley Conference. Played wide receiver in college, then moved to cornerback as a redshirt freshman. 76 tackles, 21 pass deflects, 6 picks, 2 sacks in 2 years at Southeast Missouri. And the NFL, only 34 tackles and 4 pass deflects. Has played decent as a nickel cornerback for Detroit in the slot. He's pretty much just a slot guy, physical, quick, ran a 4.42 and 40 in college. So he's got some quicks to him. Needs to be better though. He's another guy that needs to clean up his game. Might get a lot of work this year though, because right now I kind of have him as our 6th corner. He's not going to play on the outside. He's going to be an inside guy. but he's probably going to play some nickel, and I think he has a chance to start. I don't think he will be the starter, but he has a chance to. Now the number 5 guy, Corn Elder, 5'10", 180 plus pounds, former Miami Hurricane, drafted in 2017, 5th round by the Carolina Panthers. Some decent college numbers: 158 tackles, 11 and a half tackles for loss, 6 sacks, which I'm really impressed with. So he's a guy that can come off that, he can come from that nickel slot. He can come from a safety position, creep up to the line, rush the passer. 3 picks, 27 pass deflects, 5 fumble recoveries, 1 forced fumble in 4 years at Miami. Only has 43 tackles as a pro and 1 tackle for loss and a forced fumble. 26 years old too. His NFL career hasn't been very good. Didn't really get a good jump start. Didn't even play in 2017 when he was drafted. I don't know if he was hurt. There's absolutely zero stats to him for 2017. He's not even listed as a 2017 guy, so he must have been hurt. Barely accumulated any stats in 2018 and 19. 2020, he finally started getting more playing time. Started 1 game. He's physical. He's got some decent instincts. Could be a great special team player because he was a boss special team player at Miami. I went and looked at some tape of him when he played for Miami. That's where he excelled the most. He did make some plays as a corner as well, too, playing inside. Even moved over to a little bit of safety too. Played some safety too as well. A little bit of a ball hawk, a little bit of nose full of football. So, but he's mainly an inside corner. He's a nickel corner, so he's a guy that's going to need to step up. But I think right now he's our number 5, man. He's going to play. I think he's going to get a lot of playing time in this system. So there's another guy to keep an eye on. Number 4, I got Ifeatu Melifonwu. That's the rookie that we took out of Syracuse Orangemen. Drafted him in the 3rd round, I believe. 6'3", 215 pounds, 22 years old. 88 tackles, 5 tackles for loss, a sack, 3 picks, 22 pass deflects, 3 years at Syracuse. Big corner at 6'3", 215. You love his size, decent speed. He can play some man-to-man, long speed, decent recovery. I think this guy right here, Ifeatu, they're calling him Iffy. I think he's a guy that's going to be insurance right now. I got him as the number 4 corner on this team. He's going to be playing on the outside. I don't see him on the inside or anything. I think he's good insurance for players like Dunbar, Oruwariye, and Okuda. Needs to be a little bit more physical. I think his size doesn't play to his size. He's 6'3", 215. He's a big kid. Needs to play a little bit bigger. Needs to be more aggressive, I would say. Could switch over to safety like I was talking about too. I don't really think he's going to get moved. I guess it all just depends on what this coaching staff sees in him. Sees how bad our safety position is. Our safety unit is terrible. It's probably one of the worst on the team, if not the worst. Wide receiver is going to give that a run for money, but that's for another show. But for now, he's a cornerback. He's just a corner. And like I said, he's good insurance, man. He's good insurance, but he's going to be a guy that I think is going to get a lot of playing time. I got him as the number 4 corner on this team right now, so they're probably going to try to find some packages for him and see what he can do. Another guy that is going to need to kind of show out in practice. Let's see what he can do. But he's a high draft pick. He needs to play better. It's a tough position to come into right away from college. It is the hardest, next to quarterback, I think, to come out and be successful. Cornerback is just a tough transition from college to the pros. It just is. And he's coming to a defense that's not very good. So everyone needs to be a little bit calmed down on Melifonwu being this stud guy that's going to like all of a sudden just become the next Darrelle Revis or the next Ronnie Lott, switching him over to safety, because it's not going to happen year 1. It just won't. Not yet. Let's just see what this kid can do first. You know what I mean? Because there's a lot of high expectations for him. But you got to remember the defense he's coming into, man. But I have him as the number 4 corner right now. So, and then number 3, I got the number 3 corner. I got Quentin Dunbar, 6'2", 200 pounds, Florida Gator, 28 years old, the old man in the room. He's the oldest guy in that room right now. Another undrafted free agent, Washington football team picked him up. Ended up going to Seattle, I think, in a trade. like a few years later. 180 tackles, 5 tackles for loss, 2 quarterback hits, a sack, 40 pass deflects, 10 interceptions, 1 fumble recovery. This is a guy that is a quintessential hard worker, undrafted, has established himself as a really good football player in the NFL. Former wide receiver turned into a cornerback. Graded a top cornerback, one of the best cornerbacks in the league in 2019. Graded very high by PFF. Missed 11 games in 2020 as a Seahawk though. He's got some history with our guy Aubrey Pleasant, who's our cornerback secondary coach. He was with him in Washington, so they know each other. They got that familiarity, which happens a lot in the NFL, and it's not just a Lions thing. It's an actual thing, and he knows Aubrey Pleasant, and Pleasant knows him, so they got some things going on there. But this is a guy that I think could possibly steal a starting position from either Oruwariye, I think, was more in trouble than Okudah. If Okudah gets his job stolen from Quentin Dunbar, we'll never hear the end of it. It'll never hear, and I won't be shocked. You know what I mean? It's because Okudah needs to be on his toes. Because Quentin Dunbar, he's no game changer or anything like that, but he's a good corner. He could be stealing one of these guys' jobs, or Oruwariye, or Okudah. You just never know. Dunbar's a guy you can't really sleep on. He's a good football player. And that leads us to our top 2 corners. Number two right off the bat, Amani Oruwariye. Just talking about him, Penn State Nittany Lion, 6'2", 205, 25 years old. College numbers: 106 tackles, tackled for loss, 8 picks, touchdown to his name, 20 pass deflects, and a forced fumble. 4 years at Penn State. Drafted by Detroit, Bob Quinn took him in the 5th round in 2019. Suffered through some injuries in college. I think that's why he slipped in the draft. He came here, 72 tackles, 1 tackle for loss, 3 picks, 10 pass deflects in 2 years. Was a guy that kind of played pretty well his rookie year for a 5th round pick. Had a lot of expectation in 2020. Became a full-time starter. Struggled, but so did everybody else on this defense except Romeo Okwara. So it was a guy that was supposed to come in, make a little bit more of a name for himself, but struggled a lot in 2020. Jeff Okudah going down did not help him either, because he got pushed into that number 1 role, and he's not a number 1 corner. I don't think he's a number 1 corner. He's a good number 2, but we need to build around guys like this. These guys need help, because they're not. These aren't the type of guys that are going to need to be on an island all by themselves to do, and they're not going to shut down one side of the field. It's just not what their game is. They're not at that level just yet. But I like Amani, but he's a guy that's going to have to keep looking over his shoulder for a guy like Quentin Dunbar, and hopefully Melifon we'll see about that too as well. But it's a guy that's going to need to be on his toes, because he can get his job snapped up just like that. Needs to make that leap. He needs to make that leap this year. Now, Jeff Okudah, the number 1 guy on the roster, as of right now, 6'1", 205 out of Ohio State Buckeye, 22 years old. 83 tackles, tackle for loss, 3 picks, 18 pass deflects, 3 fumble recoveries, 1 forced fumble, 3 years at Ohio State. Drafted 3rd overall in 2020. Had literally a rude awakening as a rookie coming in, and then a season to forget. You know what I mean? A season to forget, come in, played hurt as a rookie, on a bad defense. I can't even begin to tell you how bad the defense was. You Lions fans, you guys know how bad it was. But the excuses, I think, are now done. Second year in, you need to be better. The defense is supposedly better. We'll see. This D-line is supposedly improved. I think it has to. But he needs to play better. This kid wasn't a playmaker in college. He was a good corner on a really good defense, though. Okay? I never had a problem with this pick. There was 2 guys I wanted before him. I wanted Chase Young, who got took by the Washington football team. He got took just before Okudah. And then Isaiah Simmons, who went in round won, but he went like 8th overall or something like that by the Arizona Cardinals. Those are the two guys I wanted. Then it was Jeff Okuda. So I was okay with the pick, but I would have rather had Simmons. Now I'm going to be all over Jeff Okuda this year. There's no holding back. This is it. You don't show even an inkling of improvement, you're getting destroyed. And that's just the way it's going to be. And there's people already calling this kid a bust. I'm not going that far. I won't do that to the kid. But he needs to be better. He needs to be a lot better. Okay, this defense has supposedly gotten better. Everybody's telling me that it's gotten better. Let's see it. You know what I mean? He came in as a rookie with 47 tackles, 4 tackles for loss, a pick, 2 pass deflects as a rook. Played the run well, very explosive playing the run. Those tackles for loss show that. There was times where he would just shoot into the backfield. He read the run really well, but struggled in the pass. I think a lot of that had to do with his groin. He was drafted with a groin tear. Bob Quinn knew he had a groin tear. He started, he played. I think he might have missed the first couple games or whatever, or never started. But he missed 7 games as a whole as a rookie because of his groin, had surgery, supposedly healthy now. It's time to step up. That's it. It's time to step up now. Now, here comes the grade. Now, if I'm going to give this unit a grade, it's not as bad as the safeties. I think I gave the safeties a D. I'm going to give these guys a C. I'm going to give them a C. I almost gave them a C minus. It's teetering on a C minus. But I'm going to give these guys a C. They barely got that C grade from me, because I like guys like Oruwariye and I like Okuda. I really thought the Dunbar pick was really sneaky by Brad Holmes and company, and I like the Melifonwu pick. So those 4 guys right there kind of intrigue me a lot. So we need to build on top of these guys. But that's the video, guys. I'm going to give these guys a C. It's a C grade from Orem. Live with it. Sorry, guys. That's just the way it is. And hopefully we can get better here. But don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Don't forget to hit the notification bell, get all my videos. And don't forget to like and comment. It's all about the likes and the comments. Get back to you. Positive, negative, positive. Doesn't matter. Let's go. Let's go, Lions. Boom.